Hey there, folks. Zach Elliott, Feel Free to Argue. Haven't posted in a few days, mostly because, well, I had kind of a tertiary relationship with some tragedy. And I don't know how you people are. I don't know how people in general are about tragedy. But I've always found that when I'm touched in any way by something like that, it takes me a while to process it, to figure it out. I always feel like there's something I should be learning when something like that happens. In this case, what had happened was there was a person that I knew decently well, not very close. My wife actually knew this person a lot better than I did, and it was a woman, and her husband just recently was involved in an accident. Missed a curb coming home at night and tumbled down an embankment. Got thrown from his car. Spent a couple of days on life support while they harvested his organs, and then they let him go. It was all the more poignant for me because he was my age, exactly my age, and more interestingly still, he has a couple of small children, and in fact his wife is pregnant. And there were a couple things about the situation that got me thinking. You know, him being the same age as me just made me really think about the randomness of life. Made me think about how temporary everything is. How this person who lived probably a lot more sensibly, a lot more reasonably than I did, made, the way we were always talking to teenagers, made better choices than me. And yet in the final analysis it didn't really matter much. I'm here and he isn't. And it made me think about a recent video, I'll post a link to it in the sidebar, that I saw by a guy called Alain de Botton, talking about how it would be meritocracy is all fine and good as long as you don't make the mistake of thinking that you're ever actually going to get it. Now, he doesn't think you should give up. You know, he's all for meritocracy, meritocratic ideas, no matter where they're proposed. But as far as trying to create the meritocratic utopia where everybody is as upwardly mobile and downwardly mobile as they should be, that's a pipe dream. We're never going to achieve anything like that. Because life is just too random. Life doesn't care that we want things to be fair. Life's got its own agenda. It's got its own stuff going on. And I think that's a useful thing to keep in mind. That we're not really in charge of the show. I mean, some people think God's in charge of the show. I just think that there's randomness. There's luck. But I guess I just wanted to talk to you people a little bit because, I had this thing going on and it's making me think, giving me pause, making me wonder about the world, our position in it, what you should be doing. And I guess it all gets back down to being in the moment, being aware of what you have right now, of grabbing the people in your life and letting them know what they mean to you. Because that's the story, really. You're not promised anything. You're not promised a day, an hour, a minute. My dad used to say as much. He had a strong sense of it because he saw someone die of an aneurysm. Just a 15-year-old kid in his school. And all of a sudden he dropped. And that was it. That was the end of his life. All of his aspirations, everything he wanted to do, was just gone, just like that. And he said that nothing focused him in his entire childhood like that. Like seeing that. Like knowing that at any moment that could happen to him, or his best friend, or his parents. I think a lot of times about how we cheapen existence, and the many ways that we do that. But it doesn't just have to be cheapening. We can value existence. We can value the people in our lives. We can value people around the world. It's a choice we make. Time like this, it's good to think about those choices. Think about the choices we make without thinking every day about what we value, who is important, what we care about. It's been Zach Elliott. You can certainly feel free to argue. Peace, everyone.